What's up, passionate DJs? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's guide. Today we are talking about the best DJ controllers you can buy for under $500. This is presented as part of my ultimate guide to DJ controllers and has helped literally thousands of DJs find the perfect DJ controller for them and their setup. Today we're talking about budget, entry-level stuff, and I'd really like to start with the Pioneer entries, which are the Rev 1 and the Flex 4.
Now, just a quick note, this is not meant to be a top list. In other words, these DJ controllers are not in ranked order. It's not that one controller is better than another necessarily. These are just my overall top recommendations. Now, that being said, I do like to pick one default recommendation for each price point, and for under $500, that would be the Pioneer DDJ FLX4. And I'm picking this as my main recommendation for a few reasons. Now, first, and most importantly, it's a well-built and handsome DJ controller with really slick jog wheels and an ergonomic design inspired by classic club mixers. Another reason is that it supports multiple applications. It's primarily made for Pioneer's record box for Mac and Windows, but it also comes with Serato DJ Lite, and you can do a paid upgrade to the full version. Now, on top of that, you can use it with the new Rekordbox app for iOS and Android, making for an extremely convenient and portable sort of pseudo all-in-one DJ system for a great price. Now, as with any Serato or Rekordbox supported device, the Flex 4 brings with it support for several streaming services: Tidal, Beatport, BeatSource, and SoundCloud. It connects over USB-C, and this allows you to easily power the controller straight from your laptop. Or you can power it from a USB charger if need be, such as when using it with a phone or a tablet. Now, it also includes a few exclusive features which can help you out if you're new to DJing. Now, note that these features only work with Rekordbox. Now, the first is called Smart Fader, and it helps you make transitions between different songs by automating things like tempo and EQ as you slide the crossfader. The other feature is called Smart CFX, and it's just a series of chained effects that you can have some fun with by twisting a single knob. Now, whether you love or hate these so-called cheater features, I like to think of them as tools. For example, Smart Fader is an interesting way to transition between wildly different BPMs. Now, next up we have the DDJ Rev 1. Now, this controller is fairly similar to the Flex 4, but once you take a closer look, you'll notice some differences. Now, these two controllers are meant for slightly different kinds of DJing. To help explain, I'll play a quick clip from my original review.
Basically, the idea is that the Rev 1 has a different sort of approach to things like effects, where your effects are engaged by the paddles up here, like a DJM-S series mixer, something like that. Whereas this has a more traditional, like Pioneer mixer style assignable effects with a button and the dial down there. You also have bigger jog wheels here, better for scratching. Basically, the whole thing is meant to be more of a battle style orientation, kind of mimicking the turntables in the scratch orientation, where you have the pitch faders up here instead of on the side. Even though these are slightly different philosophies, they're going to accomplish the same thing, right? So, like, you're not going to get one and go, man, I really should have got the other one. They're basically going to be doing the same kind of thing.
Now, the Rev 1 is a great controller in its own right. But rather than a traditional club mixer layout, you get effects paddles and pads up here in the middle, much like a DJM-S mixer would have. You get this battle-style orientation with the pitch faders up top, and to clarify, this is a Serato-only controller. Now, this one is not USB-C powered, unfortunately. However, it is powered by the regular old-school USB, so you can still power it with your laptop. The jog wheels are much larger on the Rev 1, which makes for easier turntable-style manipulation. So where the Flex 4 is flexible, the Rev 1 is more focused. If scratching is ultimately what you want to be doing, this is the better choice. If you don't really know how to scratch yet, the Rev 1 has a few cheater features of its own. It can automate crossfader cuts and return to a cue point automatically when you release the platter. Now these features can help you make cool scratching sounds while you're actually learning how to do the real thing.
Throw your hands, throw your hands, throw your hands, throw your hands in the sky.
I've covered both of these Pioneer units extensively, and I've included links below to the full reviews of each of them, as well as a video comparing the two all the way down to the nitty-gritty details. But next up, I'd like to talk about an intriguing option that you might not have considered, and this one's powered by Reloop. Check out this little guy. Isn't he just adorable? This is the Reloop Ready, and its big selling point is all in the design, the size, and shape of the thing. Now, it's not just that it's compact and light, that is true, but if you take a look at it, it's not actually meant to be used like this, it's meant more to be used like this. It's designed to fit perfectly over a 13-inch laptop, and it makes this sort of little all-in-one type system out of it, which is really neat. It'll fit on pretty much any laptop. Any that I've tried, it's sat on perfectly fine, even ones with like the extended keyboard with a numpad. The other way it can be used is more like this. Compatibility with Algorithm's DJ software means this controller works with PC, Mac, and mobile. You can use an iPad for a nice big display, like I prefer here, or you could even use an iPhone. Now this, combined with the form factor, makes the Ready one of the handiest controllers available today. Not only is the size and the shape of this thing right for ultimate portability, but they've really put some thought into designing it to work for this purpose. For example, if you look at the front and the back, there's really nothing there. They're just blank. All the action is happening here on the sides, and that's so you could do something like that, and you could have your master output coming out the side. There's some other great design choices here on the top of the controller that really kind of help it work at this size. Nothing here feels like tiny. Everything feels kind of full size, except for maybe the jog wheels are a little small. In comparison to some other controllers, you know, they're not tiny. They're bigger than, you know, say the Prime Go all-in-one system and stuff like that. There are sacrifices here. You'll notice that you have a 2-band EQ instead of a 3-band. There's a good chance you've never mixed on a 2-band EQ before, unless you mixed on old school 2-channel battle mixers or something like that. What I've noticed is just you want to be a little bit gentler on your adjustments. So like when you're switching the bass out of a track, where you might be tempted to slam it all the way down, that takes like half of the audio away. So once you get used to just kind of being a little more gentle with those transitions, 2-band EQ is no big deal. You still have a lot of throw on these pitch faders for, you know, manual beat matching if you want to. You know, like everything here feels full size, which I really like. And the way they get away with this is, so rather than having all your Serato functions for your pads, you know, as their own independent buttons across the top here, what they do is they give you a mode button. And then if you look, you know, under each pad, you'll see different pad modes. And so you hold the mode button down and then you push one of those buttons, and then that's how you select what mode you're in. You know, I didn't read the manual, I didn't watch a video, I didn't do anything. I just took this out of the box and I looked at it for a while. And I was like, oh, that's how it works. I mean, it's just really intuitive, and that's something that I really like about Reloop and their design team, is they make it easy on you. So if we swoop it around here on the side, you'll see you've got your USB port here and another USB port over here, and then you've got a switch here. So you can go between PC and iOS. So if you're on PC, you just connect a USB cable like that to your laptop, plug it in, and then it powers up and you're pretty much done. Or you could use this like I am here, plug it into a USB power brick, and then it'll power the unit on, and then you can connect your iOS device over here, and now we have a fully mobile setup. And the other side looks like this. So you have your headphones jack here, and then you have your Cue all your headphones volume, your cue mix, and your main volume, and then your main outputs with RCAs right there. And that's pretty much it on the Reloop Ready. Really lovely, handy little device. Now, is this the same build quality as the Pioneers? I'm not sure about that. I mean, it feels fine and solid. I would say where you might notice it is in the jog wheels. Like, if I spin these jog wheels around, like, they make a little bit of noise, whereas you don't have any of that on the Pioneers. Outside of that, you know, they feel fine. But really, again, the selling point with the Reloop here is just this great design and form factor. By the way, quick side note, I'm getting asked in almost every video now what this stand is. It's really just this little cheap $15 thing I got on Amazon that I use to prop DJ controllers and mixers and stuff so that you can see it better. I'll leave a link down in the description below if you are interested. Now, maybe you're a Traktor user, so we need to talk native instruments. Traktor holds a special place in my heart, and in this price category, there's really only one choice, and that's the Traktor Kontrol S2. At the time of recording this video, I couldn't find any stock for these last two controllers, so hopefully you don't mind me using some pictures. The Kontrol S2 has been bringing stellar Traktor functionality to budget-minded DJs for years now, and the Mark III edition is the latest and greatest of the bunch. You get access to easy-to-use tools like looping, syncing, and sampling, and not to mention those lovely Native Instruments effects. Now personally, I think the Kontrol S2 is tied with the FLX4 in aesthetics. It's a sharp-looking and spacious controller with super tight Traktor integration for right around $300. It's a lot simpler than its larger companions such as the S3 and S4, largely due to a much more simplified effects system. Now you get multicolored RGB pads, which is pretty rare at this price point, the only other one being the Reloop Ready. It even works with Traktor's mobile app, making this another iPad-compatible controller. Now I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because, well, it's pretty specific to Traktor users. Out of all the controllers on the list today, this is hands down the one that you should choose if you're a dedicated Traktor user. At that point, you're deciding between this and other Native Instruments controllers, but that sounds like a video for another day. If you're a brand new DJ and you haven't really chosen any software or DJ platform yet, I would probably steer you towards one of the other great options we've talked about earlier, or my final entry to today's list. An extremely popular budget offering from Numark, the Mixtrack Platinum Effects sports a well-built, compact design and is a solid, all-around beginner DJ controller for anyone wanting to use Serato. In this addition to the long-standing Mixtrack series, Numark has added 6 fun, quick-launch effects with dual paddle triggers. So it's got these big, capacitive touch 6-inch jog wheels, which house lovely little digital displays. And it gives you basic BPM and track position feedback. Now this is the only controller in this price bracket to offer this feature. And you know, it's great for learning how to beat match, especially with these long throw pitch faders. And that's why I feel like it's one of the best values in the DJ controller market. It comes with Serato DJ Lite with an upgrade option to the full version, as is custom with these entry-level controllers. And with this deck button, it lets you access 4 decks. Until the Rev 1 came out, this was the only budget controller that offered paddle effects. So if you're not necessarily a scratch DJ, but you like this style of effects, the Numark is a great option, if you can find one. Now, just because I didn't have access to any stock to show you these last 2 controllers doesn't mean that that will be true when you're seeing this video. As we've discussed many times on this channel, the best thing you can do to secure hard-to-find DJ gear in today's weird post-COVID world is to pre-order it. And whether you're ordering, pre-ordering, or just browsing around, the best place to do it is from our preferred hardware provider, the DJ Hookup. Our friends at the DJ Hookup made this video possible, and as the highest rated DJ retailer online, they are well prepared to take care of all your hardware needs. Now, I like to think that this video has helped a little bit, but if you're still not sure which controller is for you, just get in their little chat bar. Their representatives are knowledgeable, friendly, and will help you drive it home. So head on over to thedjhookup.com now and tell them Passionate DJ sent you. And before we wrap up, I did want to bring up a few honorable mentions. Now, firstly, the Roland 202. This is a really nice, chunky Serato DJ controller with huge jog wheels. It's mostly a fairly standard controller, but it includes a built-in sequencer with Roland drum machine sounds. Now, while this is the under $500 category, everything on my list so far is all around the $300 mark. So, in addition to these systems, there are some very affordable options to consider. So there's the DDJ 200. This is a super cheap controller with a familiar layout, and it works with mobile devices. Now, I used to not really recommend this one so much because it was based around the exclusive Wii DJ app. However, now that it's compatible with Algorithm's DJ software, and I'm hoping that it'll work with the new upcoming Rekordbox app, I'm willing to reconsider. And, I mean, it's like $160. Not bad. Now, of course, Numark is also very well known for making entry-level controllers that do a lot for the money. So, for example, the Party Mix 2 gives you a very inexpensive entry to Serato, while giving you a little built-in light show at the same time. The Party Mix Live is very similar, but it comes with the addition of built-in speakers.
Alright folks, so I hope that really helped. Once again, there are a lot of great entries in this price point, but I hope that this has helped you make a decision and discover which of these devices might be the right one for you. Leave a comment below if this was helpful or if you have any questions. If you think that you might want to take a step up to the next price tier or buy something a little different than what's in this category, you can always check the latest version of my Ultimate Guide to DJ Controllers at passionatedj.com/controllers. Thank you so much for watching, and keep on spinning.